Carissa Mitchell of Mitchell and Associates Talent is a key figure in New Mexico's talent and entertainment industry. She joins us tonight to discuss representing performers and helping local talent navigate opportunities in film and television. Carissa, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm excited to have you here on the show.
It's my pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
So let's start with how the agency began. How did it all start?
Well, I actually, this is a second act for me. I wanted to go into film production in Madison, Wisconsin when I grew up, and my parents had moved away from Hollywood to Wisconsin.
Interesting.
And they said, we don't want you to be, it's dark and terrible, it's a terrible, entertainment industry, don't do that. So I went and I got an art degree in Wisconsin. And so even back then I wanted to I wanted to be a producer, like a PBS producer. And so then I find myself in Albuquerque, and I find myself with children that are growing up. We were just talking about our kids. And then I was like, wait a second, the film industry is all around me here in New Mexico. I need to do something else. And so on a whim, I took the CNM film program.
Oh, wow.
Like I literally went the first night and then cried because I had found my people that I wanted 25 years earlier. So I went through that whole program thinking I wanted to do casting, and then I started falling in love with the actors in New Mexico. They had great theater resumes, and then they would bring somebody in from LA that was just like them, And so I'm like, all right, let's figure this out. And so I started, because I was doing second AD work, I just started helping actors, and then they started saying, I wish you were an agent, or I wish you were a manager. And so I went back to my mentor at CNM, and I said, should I become a manager? Should I become an agent? And he said, yes, and Applause Talent Agency is for sale, quietly for sale. And they just want somebody to take good care of their people. And so I sent a lowball offer and had never done it before in my life, but I have this I think I can do anything gene. And so it was supposed to be like a 1 month apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And after a day and a half, she said, you got this.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm gone. So I just took off running. That was 2011. And I thought, oh, this is bad because I've just taken over. I've just bought a company, and all I have is intangible assets of a client list, and they're all going to leave me, and they didn't. And really, I think I just had enough excitement, and sort of, let's just figure this out. Let's link arms together and figure this out. And now New Mexico actors are reading and booking series regulars and recurring and guest stars and leads in movies and things like that. And I just have to credit the local acting pool for really seeing what had to happen in order for them to be competitive in this market.
Well, I can see the uniqueness of the agency, the fact it really feels like it is a strong connection of really wanting to work together.
I have to sit down and have coffee and not have them do a monologue, and not, I have to make sure they're not crazy. I have to make sure that they have a really good understanding of how this works. So understanding the business in a very pragmatic and practical way is really good, because I don't want to have to burst people's dreams because they didn't understand the process. And have they done the work? Have they taken the classes? Have they gotten the headshots? Besides having a good understanding of things.
Where can people, if they want to have the opportunity to talk to you and learn more about your agency, where do they go?
First of all, I would just go to Instagram and Facebook and just catch our vibe, because we really do love our actors. We really do care.
You do.
And it really is, we really try to create community and, and connection together. My website, mitchelltalent.com, has an online form that you have to fill out that has all the stuff. And then if we have time and we're interested, then we contact for an interview. Sort of an emotional tax on me, and so people are like, I submitted to you 20 minutes ago. When am I going to get my call? And I'm like, I don't know. You might never get your call, or it might be a month. I don't know. It might be never.
Yeah. And that's something that they also need to know.
Right.
Is after starting out, like, it's not going to. Not like that, and it may not happen.
Right. And also figure out where you are in your career, and whether you need a developmental agent, that can take you through some of those beginning things, or if you're ready to step into something a little bit more high level.
Wonderful. Carissa, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. Thank you. It's over.
And I'm glad that you did that. You came off a plane and did one thing. So I appreciate the time.
Thank you. Anytime.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll be back.